Hi everyone, thank you for joining me in today's video. This is my annual video where I share with you everything I made for my craft fairs. I share pricing. This will be my 4th time doing this craft fair, and then I have another one a week after. I'm so excited. This is what I prepare for all year. Real quick, I will have links below for items that I have made tutorials on. So if you see something you want to learn how to make, I'll link those in below for you. Also, if you have any questions, let me know. I love questions. I always post a quick video of my table setup at my craft fair. So look out for that if you're interested. And after both shows are over, I will be back to share how I did, what sold and what didn't. So this video is going to be a little long. I made a lot of things. I still have things that I have from last year that I'm going to take to these craft fairs, and so I'm probably not going to share things that maybe you've already seen. So anyway, let's get started. Now the first item I made, I have not done a tutorial on these. I have done stenciling tutorials, and so I figured, these are kind of self-explanatory, but I will go through real quick if you'd like to know about them. But I'm calling these milk and cookie trays. Milk and cookies for Santa trays. I did purchase these bamboo cutting boards from Dollar Tree, and I glued some little feet on there to make it a tray. And I don't have a Cricut. I used stenciling and paint, and I did cover these with a layer of dishwasher safe Mod Podge. I have some instructions on the back that say, cleaning instructions: wipe with a damp cloth only when needed and do not submerge in water. Of course the bamboo is waterproof, but the image may come off if you use soap or something like that, so I wanted to include the cleaning instructions for that. I bought these little tiny mugs from Hobby Lobby last year, and I had no idea what I would do with them. I only bought 6, but I thought this would be perfect because they fit in these little circles perfectly. So I'm going to share with you all the ones that I made, and they are all different. I am going to sell these for, let me get my price sheet here. I am trying to get it together. Okay, sorry. Let's see. I'm going to be selling these for... Oh, I had prices on the back. Oh, that's another thing. This year I oh my goodness. Y'all, bear with me. I'm not okay today. Alright. So this year I did put price tags on my items. I do not like the way that looks, and I haven't not done it in the past. But I am just having a harder time remembering, and I just thought that it would really help me at my craft fair. When you have a long line of people waiting to check out, and I'm trying to remember all of my prices, and so I just thought it would really help me this year. So these are $15. They were a lot of work. As you can see, they're so worth it. I think they're really cute. I had a hard time finding these cutting boards at Dollar Tree, so I went online to dollartree.com and I bought a whole box of these. So that's how I was able to get so many. But Yeah, I went around to several stores, like probably 10 stores in every town that I went in, and to see if I could find these, and they were so hard to find. So I bought a box of 24. You can't buy them separately. You have to get them, you have to buy a box of 24, and that's it. So anyway, that's that. I'm really excited for this one. I think this is going to be, I think people are going to like these, hopefully. I mean, you just never know about craft fairs, so yeah, you just never know. Seems like sometimes I think, oh, this is going to sell really well, and then it doesn't. Or I think it's not going to sell well, and then it does, so you just never know. Alright, so moving on, I made these snow globe treat holders. I did do a tutorial on these. I'll link it for you below. I did add these little stickers here on some of them, not all of them, but I was just trying to see, you know, how I liked it. But I thought it was cute. I'm trying to stay in frame here. I did use Hershey Nuggets and Hershey Kisses. Now these have the pull tab on the back, so you can write, you know, to and from here, and then they just pull this little tab to get their goodies out. Oh, I lost my sticker. I might need to glue those on. I think I'm going to go back and glue those because they don't seem to want to stick very well. Just show you a few different designs here. These were a lot of work. I'm going to be selling these for I don't have the prices on these yet. I'm not sure I'm going to put a price on these because there's really nowhere to put it. Snow globe treat favors. Okay, so I'm selling these for $4 or 2 for $7. And that's something I'm doing new this year. I haven't really done, like, when you buy multiples and you get a deal. I haven't really done that in the past because it was so hard for me to remember my pricing. So, but I decided that I'm going to do deals this year, and I'll share which ones I'm going to do those on with you. All right, so I made these Santa cams. Let me give you pricing before I forget. I'm selling these for $7, and these are little security cameras, and you can actually put a battery in there, and it has a red light right there in the center. And here are a few designs I made. Not sure the best way to do this. I just put stickers all over them and trying to make them look fun for kids. This may be a good way, a good incentive for parents to help their kids behave before the holiday season. These were fun. This is not my typical way of designing things, and so that made it a lot of fun. Alright, so just going to show you a few of those. I do have a tutorial on this one if you're interested. Okay, so next I have these 12 Days of Tea Winter Tea Countdown folios. This is like a big gigantic card, and it has 12 days of tea. This is an assorted, premium assorted tea bags, and I just love these. I hope they do well. I'm selling these for $12. I do have a tutorial on this one, and someone mentioned that it's not worth more than $6. And I just want to say that these are a lot of work, and the tea alone cost me almost $5. So, to the person who made that comment, please know that this is like specialty tea, and these are a lot of work. So there's that. I will be, when someone purchases one, I'll have them open on my table so people can look inside. And then when they make a purchase, I will put it in a protective sleeve just so it doesn't get damaged. But here are the two that I made that I showed you in the tutorial, so I won't be opening those. I will link that down below for you. I'm curious to see how these are going to do. Honestly, it's a new item, and I think they make great gifts, but that's just me. Alright, so last year I made Christmas planners, and this year I made 2 more. I'm selling these for $15. These are a lot of work for me, and so I feel like they are worth $15. You can use them for several years. I've got some little tabs there to mark, you know, mark your pages. There's a pocket here, and I have a envelope here so that you can put things in there, receipts if you want, and for your gifts. And there's on the card list page, I've made a tiny little pocket, and this is just a copy. These aren't actually stamps, but this is where your stamps would go for those of you who love snail mail like me and still send Christmas cards. So this page says other, but there's nothing there. And then on the back there's another envelope, and I always put my little sticker there. That way you can tell it's handmade, and if you give it as a gift, I think people like that. I'll flip through this one real quick so you can see what it looks like on the inside. Also has a pocket, and I used mistletoe paper on the tabbed pages, and that's what that page looks like. And there's that one. I only made 2. Last year I only made 2, and I sold both of them. So I'm hoping that these will sell too. If not, I'll take them back next year. While we're talking about journals, I also sell these decorative or altered journals. I know there's going to be a glare, but these are in a protective sleeve, and it's just a lot of work to take them all out. So I'm just going to go through quickly and show you here. Every one of them has a bookmark and a pocket, and some of them have 1 pocket, some of them have 2. Include my sticker there. So these are $7, as you can see. Cute bookmark there. I'll just show you a few here. There's this one. I'm not sure if I showed these in another video or not, so forgive me if I already have, and you have to see these again. These are getting kind of tall here. I just wanted to show all of the designs. That way it might inspire you to you know, come up with your own designs. I did this bee one here. This one's new. And I made a little bookmark with the what is that thing called? I forget what that's called. The metal grommet? Eyelet? Yeah, I think it's an eyelet. So that one is also reversible. And this one, sorry about the glare. I can't really help the glare. I need lighting for these videos. So and there's a bookmark that I made. And those are $7. Those usually sell pretty good. I have a lot of inventory because I was supposed to do a spring show in April, and I wasn't able to do the show, so I have a lot of inventory. And that's why some of it isn't holiday themed, because of that reason. Alright, so I have shown these before. I have a tutorial on these. Are magnets. And I'm going to be selling these for $1 or 5 magnets for $4. And I have not sold these before. Not sure how they will do. So this will be a first for me. I'm also selling a little, it's like a metal tin. It's about this big, and I couldn't find them. I wanted to show them to you, but they are packed away somewhere, and I wasn't able to show you. But anyway, they're like a little metal tin, and it has a clear window at the top, and 5 of these magnets will fit in that tin, and I thought that would be a good way to gift these if you wanted to buy someone, you know, a set for Christmas or their birthday or whatever. And so I'll be selling those little magnet gift boxes for $1, along with the magnets. Okay, let's see what we have next. Okay, I have these snow globe pins that I did a tutorial on. I will be selling these for snow globe pins for $4. I've had viewers say that they would pay $5 for them, but I'm just gonna sell them for $4, and that way I can get them moving. I can always sell them for at other shows, so it's not imperative that I sell them all. But I think $4 is probably a good price. Now once these sit, you gotta really shake them up good, so I'll have to do that before the show. But yeah, I made a lot of different colors here, and so there's those. I also will be taking these shaker pins. I did package these different. My friend Jennifer over at Flannel Whiskers, she suggested that I package them. And so I put them on these little backings, and that's how I did those. So these are like little, when you shake them, they make a sound. So I'm going to be taking these two. Okay. Now this is something that I have not made before. These are beadable keychains. So I made these for my spring craft fair that I wasn't able to do. So I am going to take them to my holiday craft fairs. So I think people, you know, will buy these as gifts. I don't really make jewelry, and so this is kind of new for me, but I love making all different types of crafts. So I thought I would try my hand at it, and it was fun. So we'll see how they sell. These have like a lobster claw clasp, and they're really easy to make. If you'd like a tutorial on these, I can do it, but they're so simple. I did these little metal balls on the ends. They come off when you buy them. When you buy these, and they come straight out of the package, these metal ends come off. And so after I put the beads on, I did use E6000, and I glued both ends on here just for safety. You know, you never know if it comes off, and somebody has kids. That was a concern for me. So this one's kind of a spinner, like a fidget toy. So anyway, there's those, and I'm selling these for $6 each, or 2 for $10. Okay, let's see, what should we look at next? I always make hand painted and decoupage ornaments. Here are the ones that I have made. It's a little cabin scene. I did cover it in glitter. I don't know if you can pick up on that. Let's see. And I do sign each one of them. Put the date. These take a lot of time to make, so I don't have very many right now. But I'm hoping to make more before my show. Now, my show is November 1st and 2nd. It's a 2-day show. And then I was invited back to do another local show the week after, which would be the Saturday after. I believe it's the 8th. I'm not positive. But these are all painted by hand. This was a stamp right here, but I did paint the wreath and the snowman with a little deer and a cardinal. This one was fun. I love this one. And I put some like gold paint on the back. So all of these are priced separate. The hand painted ones are always more expensive. They always cost more than like the decoupage ones. So for example, this one's $27. People do not mind to pay for a piece of art. So these are the painted ones. This one's a decoupage. I did put the glitter on there. I live in Kentucky, and people love horses. This is horse country, and I've had people ask for more horse-themed items. So this year I tried to make a few more than I normally would. Not as many as I would have liked to have made. But these are napkins that I ordered, and I don't know if you can tell, but I decoupaged it, and then I put flowers where I thought it would look good, and then I put glitter on the flowers and the leaves. I have a couple of gingerbread people, different color browns there. Just testing it out to see which brown looked best. And here is a decoupage deer and a horse. And these are gold on the back too. These are $12. Alright. There's those. Like I said, I'm going to be working on making more hand-painted ones. People really seem to like those. So I'm going to try to make more before my show. Hopefully. Okay. So I have a tutorial on these. These are fun paper clips. And I'm selling these for $5 each. If you would like to learn how to make these, I'll link them below. I've shown this in a previous video, so I won't show all of those, but there's a few. Okay, I wanted to show you this birdhouse I made. I've never made one before, and I only made one. So I am going to try and get this on in my video here. So bear with me. See if I can rotate it without making you dizzy. Okay, I think you can see this, I hope. All right, so I have a birdhouse on a candlestick and a pedestal and a little cardinal here. I did make the snow out of Mod Podge and baking soda and glitter. Sorry, I don't know how else to get this in the frame, but I put this greenery and berries on here and a little bit of snow on the berries. This was so much fun to make. Here we go. You can see I did put what looks like some melted snow on there. And yeah, so this is a new item for me. I'm only making one. And I'm pricing this winter birdhouse at $22. Okay, I'm going to be taking my hot cocoa bar back, hot cocoa bars. I have two of them. I just pulled out one so I could show you. But this is a handmade box and with a stenciled sign. And I'm selling these for $30. I only have two of them. I took them last year and they didn't sell, so I'm going to take them back again this year and see how they do. Okay, so I made these kid craft packs last year. They have a tag on there. You can write to and from. And I have a bunch of them left over, so I'm taking them back again this year. It has a Santa letter, a Dear Santa letter. It has an addressed envelope, and it's got a sticker sheet here, a coloring book. I've got some crayons that will work on the wooden ornaments here, and the coloring book, obviously. And yeah, I tested it, so the crayons work on the ornament. Here's a little notepad and a pen and a paintbrush for these paint with water sheets that I have in the back. There's also an activity sheet in here, and I have a tutorial on this one, so if you'd like to make this one, you can watch that tutorial. Okay, so last year I made what I called Christmas tree art. And sorry for the glare, but I have two left, and I'm taking these again this year, and I sell these for $12. Here's a different one. This one has some lace in it, and these are just picture frames. And so I only had two left, so I'm going to take those. I also made these wooden snowmen. I've got like a medium size, large ones, and these are wood blocks. These are pretty heavy duty. And I've got the little baby ones, and put my little stickers on the bottom there. Let's see, so this year I will sell these for I did lower the price because I only sold one of these last year, so I'm gonna lower the price and sell them for, let me look on my sheet. Okay, so the small ones will be $5, the medium are $7, and the large ones will be 8. We'll see how those go. Okay, I did have a lot of ornaments left over from last year. They're just like a wide variety. I've got some like specific pet breeds and just some plain ones, and just some cats and dogs. So I'm gonna take these with me and sell these. This was the only handmade one or hand painted one I had left last year. Still have these decoupage ones. And here's this kind. I have a tutorial on how I made the square one. So if you'd like to see that, I will link it for you. So I'm not going to show you all of those. Okay. Let me put these away and I'll be back. Okay, next up, every year I make these gift card holders. This year I put a to and from on the front. I haven't done that before. I'm not sure why, but these have like a little foam sticker to close them. I sell these every year for $2, and I have a lot of different designs. This is the type of craft I make when I don't want to have like a whole lot of thought process in a project, but I want to do something. And so I just rage make things like these. There's Santa. And that's probably why I have so many, because yeah, these are something easy to make on hard days. Alright, so I won't bore you with that. Next I'm going to show you the wood signs that I've made. I have some rectangular ones. I have some round ones. Here's this one. Bed and breakfast. Just to give you an idea, this one is $12, and these are hand stenciled. I have a tutorial on how I made this one if you'd like to see that. This one, I'll charge a little bit more for that one. This one would be $14, just because it has more to it. And here's the Farm Fresh Christmas trees. And North Pole Milk and Cookies Company. So these are all I made in that shape. Sorry for the noise. I can't really avoid the noise. I did make the spring one for my spring show and a summer one, and I haven't shown you all these two, so I just figured I'd show you those. Also made this horse one with lace around the edge. It has a jute border that turns into a hanger. So that one was a lot more work, and it will be selling for $25. And I also made this decoupage one with horses. It has the jute around it and the hanger there. let's see. I'll show you the Christmas ones I made, or the holiday ones. Okay. This one I used a stencil, and I stained the background. And here's the bow at the top. It's like at the top of the hanger there. And then I made this nativity one. It's navy blue, and it has this bow at the top of the hanger. So that's all the signs I have so far. If I have time, I plan to make some more. Okay, this is a new item I've never made before. And these jars, like a jar that has a place for a tea light candle. Let's see if I can show you what this looks like. These are so cute. They look so pretty with the candle lit. See how they just glow through the sparkle. And so this will be new for me, the new item. I'm selling these. I'm calling them flicker lanterns, and I got the name from my friend Ann over at Ann Made. And I'm selling these for $5 each, or 2 for $8. And I specifically made matching ones because I thought if somebody's going to buy 2, then they will probably want them to match. So my camera is off. Hold on. Okay, so I made these 2 gingerbread ones. And then on the other side, it has a cookie. So I made those 2 to match. And then I made these 2 that are heavily glittered with these berries. And then I made these with berries. And I forgot to put the top on these, and this one doesn't have that black part. So I glued the jute here instead of to the top, and so I thought, well, that's okay, you can still put a candle in there. That's all right. Sometimes with crafting, you just gotta roll with it. But I could only find 7 of these jars. They were hard to find. And that's why I don't have 8, and I don't have a matching one for this one, but that's okay. All right, next up are my decoupage wooden houses. There's decoupage paper on the side here, and this one I had 2 tiny houses, and I glued them together to make one big house. And these are going to be priced separately, so I don't have like one price for these. But these are, the rest are, I call reversible wood houses. Like one might be for one season, and then on the other side it's for a different season. So you get 2 seasons in one. And these I'm selling for $12. Well, this one's $12. The smaller one was $8. So here's one that looks more like summer. And they do have like little jimmies on there, if you can see that. There's one for spring. So basically you have a decoration for one season, and you just spin it for the next one. This one's $12. Here's one that has one for Christmas. Oh, excuse me. Cardinals, and this one's more for fall. I put some gold around most of these edges. This one's $12. I have that one priced at $12. And here's a horse one. And that's probably summer season. That one's $12. Now I do have some smaller houses that are, this one's 10. It's a bird with some pearl details. Sunflowers. Like I said, I have a lot of things that I wanted to take to my spring show. So you'll notice that. This one's $8. This one has some gold leafing on it. Some jimmies. This one's 10. You all might like to see these. I don't know if they're in frame or not, but here's one for fall. I loved making these. And the guy who made these houses, he was on Etsy and he got real sick and he had to stop making them. So I haven't been able to find someone else who makes them. Of course, I haven't looked real hard yet. I just want to sell these first, and then I'll start looking again, because they do sell pretty good. There's one for spring and a bee. Another spring one. I'm not sure how these other seasons will do at my holiday craft fair, so this will be a first for me. I'm not really sure. And I don't know if I'll even have room for other seasons, but I'm going to do my best and let you all know how it goes. Okay, there's that one. And then I did make a big one. These were 4 little houses all together. I just glued them together. And one side is fall and the other side is just for every day. I just distressed these and I really like this one. So there are all the wooden houses I made. Next I'm going to show you my recipe keepers, and we are getting close to the end. I hope you're still with me. I'll be right back. Okay, so next up are my recipe keepers. Oh my goodness, they're heavy. Okay, let's zoom out here a little bit. I think my camera is a little bit too close. Okay, so here's this one. Sorry for the glare. I have a tutorial on this one if you're interested. They're just recipe cards and decorative paper. I do put a few Christmas ones in there so somebody can put their Christmas recipes in there. These are all removable, so if somebody didn't want the paper and they wanted more room for cards, they could do that. I always put my little sticker on the back, and these usually sell pretty well. These are selling for $15 this year. I'm not going to flip through all of these. I'll just show you the front and the back and get an idea of what they look like. This one is from last year. This is the only one I had left. And the rest of them are new ones that I made. Hope you can see from the glare. I made with love. There's the back. And I love this bakery one. I like the colors on this one. And the back has gingham. Alright, so there's those. I do like to take items that do well from year to year. So if you follow me, you will see that I do that I make things that I've made the year before. And I guess I'll do that until maybe they stop selling well, or people seem to get tired of them. But you just never know with craft fairs. They're all different. Okay. Alright. Every year I make these decorative notepads. And they're just notepads, and I just make them cute. These are selling $4 or 2 for $6. These are the designs I've made this year. I just want to say, I don't like the way these price stickers look on here, but I just don't have a choice. I feel like it will really help me, and hopefully it doesn't hurt. Doesn't make people think they look cheap. People like these coffee ones. Echo Park has a coffee collection, and it's a lot of fun. I've been using it for a few years now, and I think it's cute. I'd like to see a new one. Seems like it's hard to find paper collections with coffee themes that are cute. There's that one. Alright, and so every year I make these tiny, I call them mini notepads. As you can see, I'm selling those for $2. They are $2 every year. Here are a few designs I've made. I try to make a lot of different designs for people to choose from. These sell to both adults and kids. There's a perfect, for your purse. Perfect size for your purse. And perfect size for kids, apparently, because they love to buy these books. Okay, so that's that. I will also be taking, and this is going to be noisy, I apologize, these Tic-tac-toe sets that I make. I think it comes with 10 rocks and a burlap bag with the tic-tac-toe drawn on the front. And I sell these for $15, and they are hand painted. They are a lot of work and a lot of layers of paint. I have a tutorial on this one if you'd like to see it. These are the designs I have. I will not be making any more of these this year. But if they sell, I'll make more for next year. Okay, so I think I've shown you everything except for bookmarks. I always take bookmarks to my craft fairs. These are laminated. I have a tutorial on this one. I don't think I showed how I put the eyelet in there, the metal eyelets. So I might need to do an updated one. But here are some of the designs I've made, if you can see from the glare. But yeah, bookmarks will be $2 each, no matter what size. I do have big ones and small ones. I just figure it would be easier to price them all the same. And also, something that I don't make, but I do sell every year, are slap bracelets. And I try to have regular designs for kids and also some Christmas themed ones. These sell very well. I sell them for $1 a piece. And they just always, people love these slap bracelets. If you're not familiar with what a slap bracelet is, it just, you hit it on your wrist and it just attaches like that. Of course, I do not make these. There's my disclaimer. I just buy them and sell them, and people like them. So, anyway, I will be doing, let's see, I'll be doing 2 shows. And once I am finished with those 2 shows, I'll be back with the video sharing what sold, what didn't, let you know how I did. And hope you got some inspiration for your own craft fairs, not just for craft fairs, but for gifts to make for your own family and friends, co-workers, neighbors. Handmade things are always a great Alright, so my phone ran out of storage and I had to start a new video. I'm going to connect those 2 together. But what I was saying is handmade gifts are great for, you know, family and friends. I think people always appreciate handmade gifts. So I do have a few more things left that I didn't show you. I make these money holder cards, and this is a wedding themed one. I'll be selling those. I'll show you real quick. So it has a pocket here to put a check or money in. These sell really well. I sell these for $3. And I have I don't know if I have a tutorial on this one or not. I'll have to check. But I do know I have at least a project share. There's one for the bride and the groom. And then I also make ones for graduation. And there are those. I will be selling greeting cards, birthday. I've already shown these in a video before, so I won't bore you with that. Excuse me. These do open up so you can see inside. So I'll be selling Christmas greeting cards and birthday ones. Also some wedding cards. I'm not sure what happened to those. Excuse me. I had wedding cards out to show you, but I don't know where they went, so okay. Also, these notepad sets, or not notepad sets, but note card sets that these will be new. These will be selling for $6. There's 5 cards and 5 envelopes. This is a new item that I have not offered before. And there's just a few that I've made. Also, I'm selling these little gingerbread DIY kits. Has all the pieces in there, and they're stickers. And people love to buy these for kids to do, like on the holidays. And so I sell these for $3. I do have a tutorial where I show you how to put these together, if you're interested in that. And the last thing are these Dear Santa letters. It comes with a pre-addressed envelope. Of course, you have to put a real stamp on it, but if you want to send this to, you go on USPS.com and it'll tell you about the Operation Santa project. But this is just a folded up Santa letter, and it comes with a candy cane pin, and I sell these for $5. So that is it. I know that was a long video, but I hope you all got some inspiration, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I hope to see you in my next video.